Hello, it's one of those surprise streams where I'm working on one of our commissions, this time a music video. My name is Mar, by the way. I've been living in Japan for like 6 years now. Anyway, we're streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. Let's see if someone will join us. Otherwise, I always have things to talk about in case you're watching this later as a recording, so that shouldn't be an issue. Let me introduce this. Basically today what we were going to do is continue a cat. I need to clean up this guy, basically. And man, this project is for Sammy. This will be a rap music. So it's our first rap music. I mean, we just started doing music videos officially earlier this year. So this is the second one. Other things we've done are indie music. When I say we, it's because we have an actual team. We are around 6 or so. Okay. I'm also pending to Discord. Our team works on Discord. Actually, we mostly use Google Drive and some similar services for sharing the files, and then Discord to like set, okay, this is the deadline. Hey guys, here's the hello English. It's a schedule, like the checklist with the cat, so you know what's coming and how we're going. This is probably one of the first cats I'll give to the volunteers, the new ones. So it will be an easy cut, like to in between itself, but they will have to practice everything that comes into place for Clip Studio and how we divide the layers. So the drawing is easy because it implies a lot of like table work, and then if there's like table work, it's easy to draw because you just sort of copy and modify a bit. But it will demonstrate, I mean, it will make them learn Clip Studio Paint like crazy. Like if you do a mistake, it's like it will be because of the software. It will not be a mistake of their ability or like their skill on animation, most likely. I mean, maybe, but in general this is tricky because of the software. If you know how to use the software, this is super easy to in between, super easy. I will make it bigger than earlier, because spoilers. Hey Porky, how are you doing? Oh, by the way, yesterday in the end of the stream I was mentioning your art, your amazing art. Like Porky Boy did this amazing thing. Let me show you. He's talking on Twitch, by the way. Hello. Yeah, because we chat a lot, I cannot find it now. He did like this amazing art. Can you recognize her? Do you know who she is? Oh no, please. You don't have to be on every single stream I'm doing. Absolutely, don't worry. And if like right now you're just having it on and then you will do other things, that's even appreciated, that you keep it on to have like the viewer count, for example. So don't you worry, please. Oh dear, I hear it, but it's not annoying. Is that where you are? The sound, I thought it was here. Okay, so you can hear it. Yeah, that's what happens. Technically the mic is from the webcam and it's directional, so it points to me. And the construction is either the one that's top left or left. We have construction. There's constructions at every street actually. Like in my area, we have like lots of tiny streets, and I think every street has at least they're building one house or demolishing one. And I'm talking about it's like every single street, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's just everywhere. If you go shopping, groceries or anything in a weekday, you go through like 2, 3, 4 constructions. It's crazy. It's something I actually read about Japan, that like things you did not expect that happen, which is like there's constructions everywhere. I think it's related to... Hey Xenis, how are you doing? So I think it's related to the earthquake thing. It really matters in Japan that the houses and buildings are new, so they renew them a lot. That being said, the one I live in, it's 50 something years old. It's not advisable. Like literally, you shouldn't do that. Okay, let's draw. Again, for new people joining, my name's Mara. I'm working on a commissioned animation for musicians, actually, for rap musicians, and yeah, I'm working. I'm animating while talking to you on Twitch. I think working Twitch understood something different. Anyway, I will say I'm thankful for the full team, really. It really helps. I mean, I don't say that enough because it will look like I'm spamming or pressuring you. But hey, your contributions are helping a lot to the team. Like, I can really focus on what I do best, which is like managing the whole thing so we get a result. And then like talking to client, just like managing, directing, animating like key animation. So I mean, of course I can do well in between, but we can produce so much more and deliver a so much better product when we work together. I really mean it. And I know that maybe it's not the case for some of you on the team now, but you are improving and you will get to a point you will be better than myself, and I will be like, okay, for this I need you specifically to work in that, because it's, I don't know, it's I don't know, like character, like emotions, it's like action or whatever. So I look forward to that too. Okay, so the knee didn't change much here, so let's... So basically I'm marking around where do I want every part, and then I'll use the light table to actually draw it. Also, I did like only one shot, like only one shot so far. Yes, but believe it or not, because you're in the team, Porky, I learned more about animation because I'm listening to your streams. I learned how to do, like, someone in your stream mentioned like how to move things like all at like various streams at once, things like that I'm using. So you're already helping a lot. You know what's something I do? I don't know if it happens to you too, but hey, two friends, how are you doing? How are you doing? So something that I do often is like when I'm working, I have like some like serious neck like in the other monitor, like when I'm working, focus on my own thing. And usually it's some series that I've watched before, so if I can sort of follow if I'm just like listening and I'm actually animating, I'm actually really productive. But when that series changes and like finishes, I'm like, oh no, but I want more. So what I do is I get online and I spend the next 3-4 days just watching the actors talk and like comment about it, because it's sometimes animation movies, but more often than not is just like live action, maybe a sitcom, maybe yeah, something like that. So it's actually very nice because it's fun to see them talk about their characters, and it's like you get a bit more of the series, if that makes sense. But I also learn a lot of directing and other things that will be useful, and about the industry, who's who, and things like that. Of course, we work on animations, and we don't need exactly acting usually. But I can see like sometimes it's voice actors what I look for. or sometimes it's someone who did voice acting, or I see how, okay, so this character could be like the other character. Let's say, for example, I read that in Harry Potter, hopefully this is not a spoiler, but Hermione changes her body to Bellatrix, another character. And in that case, Bellatrix, so Helena Bonham Carter, the actress, will have to act. Something happened, one sec. Well, wait, let me see. I'll finish through it later. Oh, Forky, thank you for hosting the stream, and I hope everyone enjoyed the little gift we had around from Return the Favor. Oh, it's nice, so he will be streaming soon as well. Thank you very much, it's really, really appreciated. Yay! Yay! Okay, so what I was saying, it's very nice when you're watching making of, because you learn these things that will help me be a better director later, on how, for example, for Helena Bonham Carter, so it was Hermione, so the character is in the body of someone else, and to film that you will need that someone else's actress. So Helena Bonham Carter as Bellatrix will be acting as Hermione as if she was herself. So that's a very, very tricky, difficult to do. So what they did is that they let Emma Watson, the actress for Hermione, act. Bellatrix saw that, like Helena Bonham Carter saw that, and she then acted as if she's Hermione, even if she has her body with this Bellatrix. Okay, if you don't know the characters, maybe with like 4 names all around, it's a mix. So it's basically, it's like, how do you help the actors give the best acting? So for example, imagine Kimi no Na wa, like your name, you have the boy, and there's a boy and a girl that switch bodies. So the voice coming out from that body will be the switch one, right? Will be the same one, sorry. So for example, I'm a female, I'm acting like myself, and then a boy gets inside me, and I need to talk as he would talk with my voice, obviously. So what I would do is ask him, like, okay, can you act as if you're trying to talk like a girl, or how would you talk during this scene? And then I will act with my voice, the female voice, which is what we want. So things like that, I'm learning how to help others work better thanks to that, like seeing their struggles and how other directors manage that, and what level was CGI, what level was real. It's really, really fun. I love making odds, but I cannot see that all day and see interviews about animation all day. I can't. I really can't. So what I do is that, like, I watch it for fun. Like, this is my fun time, is like animating and watching something else, and sometimes learning from it. Another thing is that I want to improve like storyboarding, and then I read about storyboarding. That's different. That's different. It's incredibly interesting story. More from Harry Potter, from Harry movies. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but it makes total sense. It would make absolute total sense. The sleeve is longer than what I draw. It's so cool, like when you see the actors, or how do they manage that. Like lately I was watching The Big Bang Theory again, and for the first time I saw like the actors talking about it and so on, and it's so interesting that Sheldon Cooper, who's like, the character is a very scientific, knowledgeable person, he has to say a lot of scientific facts, and the actor has no idea what he's saying. So he really needs to just memorize completely the lines, because he cannot, like, he doesn't understand it. He really needs to just like throw that information there, and as if he knows, and in whatever situation, context he's in. That's so interesting, like how, and like, can you help this person memorize it? And of course, like, they have different methods, like they will like make flashcards or do whatever is necessary. Because like, that's different that if it was for voice acting, they usually have the script in front of them, so of course they will have to read it many times, but they don't have to memorize at 100% level, like a super long explanation, but they can like sort of like read it, knowing already what's written. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. I can't wait to do like more voice. Yeah, it will be fun. Like more voice directing, like voice direct, no, actor directing. Will be so fun. Okay, so we have this one. Let's not destroy myself too much. Thing is, when we do voice directing again, the challenge is that to this day I have never animated dialogue and actually like edit it and put it together. Like I practice animating mouth moving, but not on timing, so I'm a bit scared. I've never made my characters talk, so the first time we do that most likely will have to be in an own project, so we can experiment and see what's going on and then make it happen. What language your characters will be speaking? Good question. Very good question. It depends. Like if we do like freelance work, it will depend on the whatever they request, and it depends if they provide the sounds. Like ideally, I would have access to a studio, and like in Japan, like I know I can find voice acting recording studios, but then I have to find the actors. It will be easier for me to find them in Japanese, but then I'm not a writer of stories in Japanese, and that would make more work. So you could do it like if it's an original, like from Windy Lightning, it could be in Japanese and then English subtitles, for example, or look for English speaking actors. It still feels odd to see animation in anime style and sound English, but if the mouth matches and the acting and all the story matches, it should be fine. So yep. Like the issue with dubbing lines in like anime and then with English is that the actor, like the story is thought in a very Japanese way, and then the translations sometimes are very tricky because it's like in a person in that culture, like in English you would not say that, or like the translation, there's a literal translation, but they would not say that. They would do something different or say a full sentence, but then you have the character just saying like a little thing, and then you have to find what matches. So that's why they sometimes don't feel natural to me. But if it's already thought in English, it should be fine. Zuni says, dubbing is weird because the flow and order of a sentence or conversation can affect the outcome of a story. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful day or evening. I'm going to eat dinner. God bless you all. Okay, goodbye Ramon. Enjoy your meal. Have a nice evening. Sometimes a character can be cut off from speaking, which prevents information from being conveyed in a way that makes sense in the original language, but it's unnatural in the translation. Exactly. That is so tricky. It's so tricky. That's why it's very important to think like, okay, what's the main language here? Dinner. Yeah. So in general, I find like translating, for example, from English to Spanish. English is generally shorter to explain the same information in a natural way. So if I do it in English and then they need to translate it in Spanish, it will be tricky. Japanese is just like completely different how you express things, and like there sounds like means yes, but if you want to say yes, you would say hi. But then is more like yeah, but yeah is more informal, and you can say in a formal place in Japan. So it's oh no, I don't want to be translating. I'll take a break myself right now. I'll be coming back in like 5 to 10 minutes, so it will be a long-ish break, so I can like really keep streaming for longer today. So Of course, do what you have to do. If you have to leave, you have to leave, but otherwise, stay around. I'll be back. Thank you. So basically, we're filming a making of Fluffy Blanket. Actually, it's a jacket, but I use it in my lives. We're filming the making of this. So I need to film sometimes like my hands working or like the screen. I like coffee's taste in general, but it affects me so much. Like if someday I do a stream and I have had coffee, you will notice. Like my hype is incredible, like so nervous, like da 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 da. Oh my gosh. It's not a bad mar, but it's very intense. We will not be allowed to use chill and calm and cozy in the title. Absolutely not. So, just saying. You may not want to see me like that. Actually, I didn't used to even drink coffee like until I was like at university. Maybe I would drink it like, I drank it like 5 to 10 times totally in 4 years in university, like before exams or something like that, to like I really wanted to like be awake for study or something, and it was like sometimes it backfired in that sense because I got so nervous and then I couldn't sleep when I could, things like that. Because this is more stretch, yes, we will have longer lines. Ta-da. And this will be a slow animation. Okay, so in this case, the butt doesn't change. Oh, wait, did I did a mistake here? Oh, I did not. I think I did not. But wait, remember I was watching yesterday, I was talking about Inuyasha, I was watching the movie and so on. So in the afternoon I end up watching the next movie, the third movie, which is about Inuyasha and Seishomaru. I didn't remember myself liking my Seishomaru, like his older brother. And I like him even less now, because he's one of those characters that are cool, but are cool on all the bad things. You know, like zero communication, he doesn't appreciate others at all. Like the only thing he's cool is because he's strong, and excuse me, you can be very strong and be a very bad person, and he is. Like he's like the bad guy, but bad guy cool. No, it's not. It's not something I like. And now the new series, like I know he has many fans, so I may be making someone angry now, but hey, this is my opinion, so that's it. You can like him, and that's fine. That's you. But yeah, I didn't. I was like, seriously, the new series is about Seishomaru's daughters, and Seishomaru is so cool. Is he? Like, he has some good things. He keeps saving Rin. That's what people likes him. Otherwise, he's just a monster. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. That's my opinion, and that's it. Okay. I don't know if you have any other thoughts about Seishomaru. If you know what I'm talking about. Inuyasha is an anime series that was, yeah, it was famous almost like 10, 20 years ago. 20 years ago almost. And yeah, it marked a lot my childhood. Oh wait, I think I can continue well without headache. The construction noise stopped. Yes! And the neck. Okay, so yeah, basically I need to use this again. Yay. Oh, it's almost matching. Alright. The other arm. Yeah, I'm guessing it would be around here. Hello John, how are you doing? How's your day? We do streams mostly talking about animation, life in Japan, and basically life in this studio and in general, cute things, so on. Today we're working on a music video called Work with Lots of Patience. This will be a really nice piece with a nice message, actually. I'm very happy with it. Can you recommend a desktop to use for 2D animating, please? Yeah, sure. I can tell you what I use. I'm using a Dell desktop myself, but I mean any brand that's sort of reliable, big, should be fine. Basically, make sure you have at least 16 gigas of RAM, like memory RAM. Intel Core, like I'm using Windows by the way. Intel Core 5, ideally 7 and up. Like the bigger the numbers when you're looking for computer specs, usually the better. Because new versions usually have bigger numbers. That's like a basics. So for graphics, I'm using one that's called NVIDIA, but I don't know much about the graphic tablet. I should like graphic one. I usually make sure that I ask in the shop, okay, would this be good enough for gaming? Like if you get a computer that's good enough for gaming, usually you can do very good animation. Basically, because it has to be very powerful, have good graphics. It's important you have space, like you will need a lot of storage. However, instead of getting a huge, like, wait, let me see a second, what am I using? What I have in my screen, just in case something appears that it's still a spoiler. I think it's called like SSD, like there's two type of disk drives. So there's the SSD and the HDD. I use the speedy one, like the fast one, for adding my software there, and then I have another one which is the slow one for like the data, and then I have like hard disk drives attached to the computer, so you will need a lot of space, but it doesn't have to be necessarily in the computer and like in the main working program, if that makes sense. I don't know how familiar you are with all the features I let you know, but just let me know and ask me again in any case if you want more info. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. I can actually show you the specs of my computer. Hello Cerberus, how are you doing? Welcome here to our stream. Today we are working on animation for this character. We're almost done doing the keyframes. And meanwhile, we went ask on YouTube, because we're streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, we've been asked about desktop, like to recommend a desktop to use to the animation. And I'm trying to show what are the specs of my computer. Okay, I think I found it. This is what I'm using right now. So it's in Spanish because that's my native language, and my computer got in that way somehow. So RAM memory 16 gigabytes, 64 bits, Windows 10, Intel Core it's i7, brand Dell, and yeah, the rest, don't mind it. So something like this or better will work for you. I'm using Clip Studio Paint, but I also run like Adobe software and other software that are more heavy. Everything else works very well, so I would recommend it. Then we have the hand, pinky thing. Oh, yay, the beard. What happened to the beard? My memos. Right. The good thing that the head itself is not like moving around in volume is good, because then it's easy to just almost copy paste the face, like the beard, hairs. I mean, this is a simplification. It's not that he has like one long hair, one long hair, one long hair. That would be really creepy. That would be super, super creepy. I don't want to see that. I mean, there's styles with very long thin beard. They're not my thing. If they're your thing, good for you. Yeah, I have to be super careful that these matches or the in-betweeners will go hate me and say, Mar, just couldn't you have just switched it a bit, like rotate it a bit, and so now we just copy paste. Okay, yeah, I think that matches now. Yep, is it. I mean, I cannot copy paste it because then, do you see how it gets, the pixelated gets smooth, and if it gets smooth we cannot color it, so we do have to draw it again line by line, but still it won't be super complicated because the face is not rotating or anything. Just be careful it doesn't move much, because that would mean that the face is moving but the eyes is not and the nose is not, and then you get these odd effects of cheap animation we don't want. I know, because his eyes were closed. Oof, oof, oof. I thought I forgot something that would be very inconvenient to change now. Oof. Good, good. I actually started filming earlier today, but something happened, which is that I discovered that I was filming in time wrap for our making of, and I don't know how that will look like, so I need to film again different things. Okay, so I think we have our character done. For now I will note how much time did this take, which is important. Because then we can know whether we had profits or not. If I don't calculate like the times and the staff salaries and so on, we don't know if we're going up and down, and this is a business. We had a question there. How long have you been animating? Question. I mean, I started doing it as a hobby, like sometimes when I was maybe malatin, like maybe 18, 19 years old. I already tried, or even earlier. I started digitally, really. Well, I started on paper, actually. I started on paper and so on. Like at university I did some tests and such, but it wasn't until when I went into animation school in Tokyo, that was, I guess I started that course like 4 or 5 years ago, that I actually learned how to properly animate in 2D. Sorry, I do backgrounds and learn more about the industry and so on, because before it was just like me watching videos, talking to people, but not actually doing it. I was learning how to do illustration, I was doing comics, that's like forever, but animating, I would say like 4 or 5 years ago. I did that course. We did the animation that you can see around here, like below in our work. And earlier this year on February we started this studio, and I was like, okay, so this year I'll go part-time job in my full-time job. So I, instead of doing full-time job that and then in the morning squeeze some comic, I'll go part-time, and then the rest of the time I will part-time do my own thing. I will be a freelancer, do my own studio. A client came in right away, so I did that with like almost all by myself, but we also had the help of a background artist, a friend of mine, who had helped before in some other projects, coming projects. And from then I've been animating this whole year, different clips, music videos and such, but a lot of it is not there because the client like has it hidden still, or they're like trying to like finish the music or things like that. So there's a lot done this year. We're 6 right now, like all freelancers, like not full-time doing this, but like 6 in the team, like animating, coloring and so on. And it's cool. We've worked in a lot of projects already. It's just been like less than a year. I love it so much. I can't wait to like do our actual original things. It'd be so cool to get to do that, like do our original work, like movies. But right now we're starting with like visual, works. So the indie filmmakers and musicians provide the song and the audio, and we just focus on do like the story visually for them. Just so you see, this is what we were working on yesterday. This is a draft key animation, so everything you're seeing is not like final stuff, but it's like before we clean it up and give it to the team so they do the in-betweens. It's a very like emotional scene, really. Don't mind this hand thing. Actually, the only one that's sort of finished is this one, number 4. But I have hidden some layers. Yeah, so that's it. But then you have to actually color it the right way. So, long story short, how long have you been animating? I guess 3 years total if you put it together. Like 2 years in the animation school, then the many months this year, and then some other parts in my life where I did tests. So yeah, this is the result of 3 years of focused-ish work. And I was having another job when I was in school anyway. Whew. A lot of illustration, a lot of comic. Right, I think we will close this for now. I got really tired with the construction sound we had before. Yeah, this is the studio link. And if you want to watch this animation, because this is a commission by a client, you have to I don't know, you can see I'm tired right now. I cannot communicate properly, so thank you for staying around right now. Basically, because this animation, when it's finished, it will not be published in my YouTube or in Twitch anyway. If you subscribe to the newsletter, you make sure that you will get a link to it, and it will will this have a happy ending, right? Like we have these characters suffering around, and so on. So will this have a happy ending? What's going on around him? Why is he so stressed? And so on. What's the music? The music is beautiful. It's very, very nice, done by Sammy. And if you join the newsletter, you will get a link to that, like as soon as we finish it, like as soon as the video is out. And then about the how to show gratitude and Patreon and PayPal donations, this is related to here. So I just started streaming this year around like midsummer, like 3 months ago. In Twitch is just some weeks ago, and basically I decided I would stream until the end of the year, whatever happens, and see if I'm having fun with it, if some people connects with it, and so on. I'm actually enjoying it a lot, and I want to continue, but I promised to myself I will only continue for sure if I could get some financial support from people who want and who can support, to cover for what I paid for the webcam and new monitor, like the monitor I have in that side where I control like all the stream stuff, like the chat, and like that everything is working well, really. So like that's and to make this grow, you just need to follow the PayPal link that's noted there. Also Patreon, if you become a patron, I will also count it there if you become a patron because of the stream. I think that's all I wanted to say. Let me see. Most likely. Okay, so from people on Twitch, I will direct you now to someone I like on Twitch as well. Like we will rate somewhere else that most likely will enjoy. And for all of you on YouTube, it was really nice to talk with you and talk around chat, and in this like surprise, like, hey, I'm here, do you also want to hang out sort of stream where we were animating and talking about random stuff and the industry. Oh, I'm losing what I'm saying. That's why I'm so bad at closing streams. I need to change that. Or maybe I have high expectations, most likely. Oops. So see you in the next one, most likely next Wednesday, but maybe earlier. We'll see. Surprise streams are a thing, as you can just see. Goodbye and have a very, very, very nice day.